Today we are going to start to work with quadratic equations. So here I'm going to show you different methods to resolve and find the roots of quadratic equation. This is Foundation Math of Tutoring Math Effective Learning. I hope you... Hello! We have here a quadratic equation. We have to solve the equation. It means we have to find the roots of 4x squared minus 20 equal to the number 0. So in this case, we have 4 and 20. 4 and 20, they have a common factor. The factor is the number 4. So when the factor is equal to the number 4, we have to factorize. I want to do that here. 4x squared minus 20 is like a 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Look at this. The common factor is the number 4. So you have to factorize that number 4 in the front. So this is going to be 4 times x squared minus 5. So the common factor you have to write down on the front, and after you have to write x squared minus 5 here. So instead of all of this expression, you have to write this expression here down. So I'm going to copy here 4 times x squared minus 5 equal 0. In this case, we have this expression 4 times equal 0. So what we have to do, we have to divide both fractions by the same number 4. We can do that. Okay. So 4 over 4 is 1. You just cancel. And 0 over 4 is 0. So you're going to write down x squared minus 5 equal 0. Now, I want to show you something very important. We have a different, but we don't have a different square here. But we can't change the expression 5. Instead of 5, I can write 5 square root of 5 squared. Okay, so I'm going to change here x squared minus the square root of 5 squared equals 0. Remember here square root of 5 squared, when you operate this expression, you just cancel and you have 5. Okay, but I want that you observe a different square, because the rule says a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So now you can apply, you can do the factorization here. So who is a? X. Who is b? Root of 5. Who is a? X. Who is b? Root of 5 equal 0. When you have two factors, every factor should be equal to 0. So I'm going to continue here. Okay, so the first factor is x plus square root of 5 equal to 0, or the second factor is x minus square root of 5 equal to 0. So x should be here, this is plus, you have to write negative square root of 5. Oh, you have negative, you have to write here positive. And you're going to say, what happened with the 0? You don't need to write 0. Okay. So the solution is the x1 is negative square root of 5, and x2 is equal to positive square root of 5. So the solution is two values, two roots, negative square root of 5 and square root of 5. Doesn't matter if you write first square root of 5 and after negative square root of 5. It's not a problem. So we have to solve the quadratic equation. We solved already. We have two answers, two roots. The answers are roots here. Now we have to solve the second situation. The second situation, we have a squared minus a minus 20 equals 0. Remember, when you have a squared, it means that it is a quadratic equation. It means that you have to have two roots. But you have here 3 terms. So in this case, you have to do the factorization. You have to factorize, apply the algebraic rules. So I want to show you very carefully. For example, first step, you have to have in order a squared, the quadratic term, the linear term, and the independent term equal to 0. You have to have in order. If you don't have in order, you have to order expressions. Now, the second expression, a squared, the second step is a squared. You are going to write here, a times a is a squared. Okay? Now, with the number 20. 20 is 5 times 4, 10 times 2, 4 times 5, 2 times 10, 1 times 20, 2 times 20. There are many ways, but I rather write 4 times 5. And why 4 times 5? Because 5 minus 4 is negative 1. But I need to have negative 1. So to have negative, you have to have here negative 5. And when you have here a positive, when you have here a negative expression, both of them have to be different. Positive. So positive 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Also, you have to verify that negative 5a and positive 4a is going to be equal to negative 1a. Should be equal to this term, to the second term of the expression. So that's right. So we go to factorize, and now we have to write down the factors. The first factor should be a plus 4. A, this order, a plus 4. The second factor is a minus 5, equal to the number 0. So every factor is equal to 0. You have to multiply two factors. You have two factors, means every factor should be equal to 0. Equal to 0, or a minus 5 is equal to 0. In this case, it's very easy. A is equal to negative 4, or a is equal to positive 5. So the solution is negative 4 and positive 5. So the roots are negative 4 and positive 5. So this is these are the roots, the right roots to solutions, because you have a quadratic equation. When you have a quadratic equation, you have to have two solutions. Sometimes you have the same solution twice, but it means that you have two solutions. Okay, you have to have two roots. Hello guys, today we're going to start to work with quadratic equations. This topic is very, very important, okay? So we have to solve the equation, and this equation is a quadratic equation because the exponent of the letter is the number 2, okay? We can have different kind of situations with the exponent is 4, 6, 8, yeah? But we are going to start to work with the exponent 2. So we have to solve the equation. When we have to solve a quadratic equation, it means that we have to find the value of the roots. And when we have quadratic equation, at least we are going to have two roots, two solutions. Okay? So in this case, we have x squared minus 144 equal to 0. So we have two terms, x squared minus 144 equal to 0. So in this case, the number of 144, we have to remember 144 is equal to 12 squared. So we have to substitute the value of 144, and we have to write x squared. So I'm going to copy x squared minus, and 144 is equal to 12 squared. Equal to 0. Okay, so in this situation we're going to apply this formula, a squared minus b squared. This is equal to a plus b times a minus b. Okay, this is a factorization rule. So we have the same situation here. So we have to factorize the expression because we have a difference square. So we're going to write down the first term is x plus 12 The first factor is x plus 12 because this is plus. And the second factor is going to be x minus 12. It's equal to the number 0. So we have two factors equal to 0. The rule is when you have two factors, at least one of them is equal to 0, or maybe both of them is equal to 0. It means that you have to do this. X plus 12 is equal to the number 0, or in math is this symbol, x minus 12 is equal to 0. So from these two equations, we are going to find the root. How are you going to do? We have minus 12. You have to take away 12 from here and 12 from here. We take away 12 minus 12 is 0. You have x is equal 0 minus 12 is negative 12. That's the first solution. Second solution, you have negative 12. You have negative 12. You're going to add 12 here, and you're going to add the same because fraction is a balance. So x is equal 0 plus 12 is 12. So we found the two roots. So the possible solutions are positive and negative 12. So the value of x, the solution, is equal to 12 and negative 12. So the roots of this quadratic equation are two roots. Okay. Now we have another example here. Similar situation. X squared minus 1 equals 0. Okay. X squared minus 1 equals 0. Remember, 1 is the same than 1 squared. Remember, 1 squared is 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So I'm going to substitute x squared minus 1. 1 is 1 squared equal 0. Again, we have the formula a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So instead of this difference, we are going to have two factors here. We have a difference square, so we're going to have x plus 1 times x minus 1 equal 0. Remember, should be equal to 0. So in this case, when two factors, we have factor 1, factor 2. This is the factor 1 I want to show you. This is the factor 1. This is the factor number 2. You have to multiply two factors equal 0. The condition is one of them should be 0 or both are 0. So what that means, that x plus 1 should be equal to 0, or x minus 1 should be equal to 0. Each factor, you have to equal each factor to the number 0. So here x is going to be equal to negative 1. Positive 1, you move here negative 1. And x is going to be equal positive 1. So the solution in this case, the roots is equal to negative 1 and positive 1. So the roots of the expression or the value of x are this. So you can say also x1 is equal negative 1 and x2 is equal to positive 1. So this is the correct answer, both of them, both two solutions. And this is the right answer also, and this is other way to present the answer. Remember, we have to find the roots. When they ask me to solve the equation, the quadratic equation, it means that we have to find what are the values of the roots. Now we have another situation here, a squared minus 36 equal to the number 0. That's very easy because 36 is equal to 6 squared. 6 times 6 is 36, so you're going to substitute a squared minus 6 squared is equal to 0. So you're going to apply the rule a plus 6 times a minus 6 equal to 0. Remember, the rule is a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, when you have equal to 0, it means that each factor should equal to 0 to each factor. O a minus 6 equal to 0. So in this case, a should be equal to negative 6, and here a should be equal to positive 6. When it's positive, you don't need to write positive. So the solution, the final solution is that the values are 6 and negative 6. Doesn't matter the order. You can write negative 6 first and 6 after. So a1 is equal to negative 6 and a2 is equal to positive 6. Doesn't matter the order, okay? In this case. Now we're going to work the next situation. It says x squared minus 3x equal to 0. This is different, totally different. So we have a common letter x. We have to do the factorization, means we have to factorize the same letter, the letter x. So we have to write here x times x minus 3 equal to 0. Remember, you just take one x here on the front. So if you have one of the x, you just have left one x here. You take the x from here, you have left negative 3 equals 0. From 0 is the other side of the expression. You don't have any problem. You have two factors. The first factor is x. The second factor is x minus 3. Means when it's equal to 0, you have to say every factor should be equal to 0. At least one of them is going to be the answer. So x is equal to 0, the first factor, this one. Or the second factor, x minus 3, is equal to 0. So it says x is 0. Perfect. But in this case, x should be equal negative 3. You have to have here positive 3. So the solution or the roots are, in this case, are 0 and positive 3. Means the value of x, the first value is 0, and the second value of x is positive 3. So these are the right answers. Remember, this symbol means or, okay, it's a disjunction, it's a part of symbols, logic symbols of math, in math.